Like it? Come on, let's roll. Oh boy. Am I in the hot seat?
He's the truth though. He's gonna tell you.
Well, go ahead, pour me 2 shots,
Gotcha, man.
a glass of wine, just in case.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Coming. Look at you.
Going into Andre's house to meet his best friend.
That's cool.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
I'm not here to try to put on a special presentation for him. Hi, honey, how are you?
Good.
But I just don't know what to expect.
I chose no person but Jermaine to come in and interrogate their
Right.
All right, Jermaine, what do you have for us?
Well, Andre is very family oriented,
Yeah.
although he doesn't have children.
Yeah.
I've been with Andre through several relationships, and children get very attached after some time. He does take that to heart. So I just kind of want to ask about the family life.
I'm very family oriented. A man that loves children is a plus for me. I know he doesn't have any children. I have 2. He wants children of his own. I could give him 2 and a dog. I can't give more than that. Okay?
And she not having
All right, and how about you?
I protect me and my children and our energy so much. I could see him being the lead to me and my children. I'm a mom as well. Single mom, I've been doing it for years.
All right, nice. What do you see yourself bringing to a common foundation with Andre?
Men don't often express their emotions. And I think it's important to be able to get into that intimate place with your mate. So I'm bringing love. I'm very, very supportive. I'm very protective too.
Can I lie back here for a minute?
Go ahead.
No, that's very important. Protection with emotions. You hit a spot with me with that. So I know you had to hit it with Andre.
Yes.
So for you.
What is different about Andre is I'm a woman of God first, extremely spiritual. When I tell you, I mean, I devote myself to him. And we connected more so not just with the physical aspect, but internally.
Now I got to ask this question. Your other connections. I need to know who these people are. How do they compare? How do they contrast?
That's hard. I have one other connection. Maybe one is more flashy than the other. The only thing that I can say is they know what they want. They're providers. They hardworking men. I love the fact that they have that solid foundation that I need in order to feel like I'm not going to be doing this by myself. I can't compare them.
All right, I'm going to ask you then.
Huge difference.
Hey, guys.
For me, I connected with both of them. I went with what organically flowed. I didn't come in with a checkbox. I was so specific and picky, and I dated certain types of guys, and it never worked out. So I'm like burning my list, literally going into this with what feels really good inside. And they're 2 different men. They're nothing alike. Nothing.
All right.
If we're done here, I got to go back to my baby.
All right. Family first.
Yes.
I got enough to go off.
Thank you.
Cynthia's a strong woman. She has this personality that's out of the room. Jeffrey on the other side, a very mild, meek, lovable person. So I need to make a decision. What do you think about both of them?
Jeffrey sounds like she may actually practice the faith or go to a service or something like that.
That's big to me, man. I love God first with all my heart, man.
Cynthia, but that one question that she answered about protection, she answered the question better than I expected.
She answered so quickly and assertively. It bothered me. Because when someone has it on the tip of their tongue, it's kind of like it's rehearsed. What do you feel like? Who do you think fit best?
I'm gonna have to choose Cynthia for you.
They both qualify so well. I definitely think I have a lot to think about.
That was only 2 though.
I really like both of them.
I'm more confused now
with making that decision. Oh boy.
To me, that's a woman that knows exactly what she wants, how she wants it, when she wants it. I mean, what more can... I mean, I don't know. That's just like... It's like it makes me feel like if she didn't answer quickly and she hesitated, had she hesitated, what would he have said? You know what I mean? oh, she took too long to answer, so I don't really know, you know. I mean, it makes me feel like she's not that secure, and you know, and maybe she doesn't really know what she wants, but she answers quickly, and I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like a double-edged sword. Like, you can't win. Like, what in the world? I don't know. It's giving you trying to put your coins more for Jeffrey, and you're trying to take coins out of Cynthia's bucket. So it'll be more appealing to you. It's like he's trying to convince himself. Like, golly, Cynthia is so perfect. Like, maybe I don't know. She nope, Jeffrey's more perfect. I want Jeffrey, so I need to make her perfect. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on here? Like, what's really going on? She answered too quickly? What? Anyway, what's going on, guys? I am a few minutes behind. I had some connection issues, but I am here. As you can see, I'm in a new space. I'm in my new space, so it's crazy. Hence why I'm probably dark. I know you guys, I don't even know if you can see me. I don't even have my glasses on. But shout out to you guys. I didn't put this up earlier that I was gonna be here. Normally I try to, can you see me? Do I look dark? I had to put my glasses on to see. Do I look dark? Do I look okay? Oh goodness. Oh my God. Thank you for being so patient with me. I was like, you know what? My faithfuls will know that I'm going to be here. Well, because, you know, sometimes I don't be here because my schedule. But anyway, what's going on, Miss Auntie Eva? Hello, hello. Yes, honey. And we are going. Honey, I don't know what this episode is going to bring. Hey. Hey, how are you? Hey, honey, Hey, honey, I can't do Jeffrey's voice. Hi, Robin. Oh my God. Andre is very interesting. It's just giving, I want to lean more towards Jeffrey. Golly. Hey, Blondie. Yes, he's reaching. Maybe that's what I was looking for. Those were the words that I was looking for. He's reaching. It's the shag. I get that. And what does that mean? She answered assertively or aggressively or whatever he said. Right. Like, she answered too fast for him. It was just weird. Says the man who's giving James his bio and resume. He's more physically attracted to Jeffrey. Exactly. And honestly, that's where men normally think. Men, if they're thinking with their other head, that means they're not ready to settle down. When a man picks the woman that he's more physically attracted to, it's because he's not ready for his wife. Period, point blank. A man that's ready for his wife is going to pick the one that he can see raise his children. He wants to see cooking, cleaning. He knows that he can build a foundation with.
Teller is my best friend, Mark. I've known him since I was 15 years old. Yo, shake it, bro. He knows exactly the type of women that are good for me. His insight is incredibly important to me to narrow down my connection between Jeffrey and Mercedes.
Honey, Mark Anthony and Mercedes, look how cute she
Walking
looks.
to this day with Mark Anthony, where I'm going to meet his friend. I'm super excited anytime I get to spend time with Mark Anthony. It's always a good time. But of course, I'm nervous. I don't really
Mark
know
Anthony, go
what's
get your
gonna
girl.
happen, but
Go get
I'm ready
your girl.
for it. Thank you, sweetheart.
Hello.
Hi, I'm
How you doing?
Mercedes.
I'm Mark. Nice to meet you.
Walking into this date to meet Mark's best friend. I'm sure they have questions. We're getting down to the wire, and they have every right.
It's my boy Rel with
How you
Mark.
doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How you doing today?
I'm doing so good.
You know, I keep hearing about Jeffrey and Mercedes. Mercedes and Jeffrey. So I guess a question to the both of y'all. Scenario.
Okay.
You guys are in like a heated argument. How do you resolve your issues?
Communication is key to everything. And so it takes work. You have to want to be able to do the work with the person that you choose in your life.
I feel like for me, I won't go to sleep mad, but I may need a minute in my corner. I don't want to say anything that I'm going to regret.
That might be a good approach because you know he's going to be on point with this. What's like a red flag about yourself that he should be worried about?
I overthink. Mark has told me plenty of times to stop. Like he said, okay, why are you going that far?
I have to come out of homie mode and show him that there is this, you know, domestic side of me that exists.
Why do y'all have a second and he's not your only number ones?
I think that that's not the question for me. Mark Anthony had me at like our first conversation. I just gathered how real he was.
I like that. I appreciate it.
So it's not really a number one or number two for me. And it's not like a perfect fit because I'm a single mom. He normally wouldn't date a single mom. So it's me just being more careful, not just saying, you're number one, you're number two, just really taking my time. My last guy really broke my heart. And I think that's too why I'm like, I have so many fears with Mark, because I know he doesn't have children and my last guy didn't have kids.
It's a lot more to the table than just you.
Yeah.
She should be
You guys
asking
are
those
great
questions.
women.
Mark
I appreciate y'all for
like,
being
has she ever
who y'all
asked,
are, honestly.
really asked those questions?
I am not going to jump up in front of Mark and say, you're my number one guy.
You've actually said
I'm
that
still
out
trying
loud,
to get to know him and understand him and build and take the time. It takes discernment. It takes patience.
So what do you think?
Do you see the children aspect of it?
Right.
Jeffrey being a potential problem in the long run?
It's a matter of just evaluating Jeffrey.
Yeah.
And seeing what I like in Jeffrey and seeing if the qualities in Jeffrey are so strong that I'm able to be like, you know what, then I'm willing to take that leap.
That's not gonna happen in 8 weeks.
Now when it comes to Mercedes,
right,
she has that like kind of like relative
You're
like
not gonna
demeanor
like
or approach that
anybody
we're
that
like a
much
little bit more
in 8
accustomed to.
Yeah.
In
Be
terms
willing
of
to
like
take them
fluid
and their
talking
kids
back and
on.
forth.
Right.
I think I'd give it to Mercedes.
It was Mercedes. You start thinking about what the future is going to look like with either of these connections. And both of these women are completely different.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous. I don't want to mess this up. To me, there are people who have multiple families and all that. No, to me, I look at it as I have one shot to make this right.
That. He might as well just pick Mercedes.
I don't care
He said it himself.
Going into the date
He
with
said it
Morgan
himself.
and my friend, everyone needs
It's
advice.
not enough time.
And I know he can steer me in the right direction. I met this girl who I really like. Her name is Morgan. We've been getting along really well, but who knows me better than you? So I invited her here. I want you to give me like, what's your energy?
Okay, see what's going on with her.
You know what I mean? What's the vibes?
Anything you don't like about her though, that you may be like, I don't know.
Well, I met her ex-boyfriend, and he told me she nared his hair off in his sleep, like the shampoo. So you hair loss.
No way.
Oh my God. Oh, this Morgan.
Here she is.
Hello.
Hey.
Honey, my
Hey, man.
body, yada, yada, yada.
I'm good. I'm good. You too. You look amazing.
Thank you.
This is one of my best friends, Troy.
Troy, nice to meet you.
Morgan.
Lyndon invites me on a date. Apparently, he wants me to meet his friend. I'm a little bit curious as to what his friend's going to ask me.
Welcome to the party.
Spotlight on me.
But before we get into it, cheers.
Cheers.
So, you have other men on your radar during this whole process, or
I started with 3.
3?
And I'm down to 2.
So it's not even 1.
Only she can
why is
pull
it
off
down
the
to
dare
2?
stuff.
Get her, Troy.
Tell me.
And they're going to take her right back.
Why is somebody else good? It should just be him.
First and
Men
foremost, the
don't
only
care.
thing that I'm having a really hard time with
There's men right
is
now in her
Lyndon's
details.
5-year plan. I feel like I keep saying this 1,000 times.
promise
His 5-year
you,
plan is my
everything.
2-year plan. And I've already been waiting a
Men
long
don't
ass time.
care.
So you want to be married within 2
All that
years?
and the crazy.
And his 5-year
Not all
plan
men,
is
but-
doesn't really match up with that.
And that's where we might run into problems.
When Morgan started talking about 5-year and 2-year plans, it's a bit worrying. It's a lot hearing that. Did I walk into this process thinking I was going to get married in 2 years? Nah, it's definitely something to think about.
So when was the last time you were in a relationship?
It's probably like 5 years.
And I gotta ask, like, was this in their relationship? Because I heard about this story, and
I had to tell him about the story.
You can ask me about
it scared me. Can you explain to me how did we get to that?
I came up with this beautiful idea.
Oh, this was a plan.
It was a beautiful
Absolutely.
idea.
I looked it up.
So,
Make sure I couldn't go to jail.
okay. What point during the relationship did this happen?
When I was done and I knew I wanted to make a grand exit.
A grand exit?
The grand exit.
She said she looked
it over. Now, how does that make you feel?
Like a part of me is missing.
What in the holy heck? Did this lady just say that she had to look it up, so she Googled it to make sure she was not going to go to jail? That's premeditated. My thing is how far would you take it? In the heat of the moment. Like, that's scary a little bit. So if she was super mad, like if she was big mad, in the heat of the moment, it's a knife right here, bam. And she's super mad. Would she pick the knife up and like stab the dude? Like in the heart? Morgan! Is it just me? Am I tripping? Like putting nair and stuff, like that's kind of serious, right? Like, because I would be like, what is she capable of? Like, what you gonna do next? Like, I'm scared a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got a little Jerry curl thing. I just got out the shower. I got a little Jerry curl. I got my hair slicked back. A little Jerry curl. I got an Andre curl. I got a Dre curl. Oh my God. Let me go over here. Oh my God. Hey, y'all that's just now coming in. If you haven't liked the video yet, I appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. Thank you so very much. Yeah, it was some good questions. Hey. Yes, honey. His friend is very handsome. She's a huge red flag. Lennon, you got a head full of hair. Don't do it. Lennon got nice hair too. That Nair story is worth a pause with Morgan. Good thing she's beautiful. Honey, beautiful idea, red flag. Beautiful idea, laughing emoji. Ciao. Hey, Anissa. Right, Blondie. Stop the press. Sounds like sociopath to me. A nut job, and to say this out loud and on TV, honey, let me tell you something. I don't think a lot of people, and I say this all the time, but I don't think a lot of people, they realize the severity of the things that they say and their actions until after they watch it back and then see the response from like the viewers. And a lot of people be out here acting like, I don't care what them people say. I don't care. In real life, they care. They care. Because it's a lot of them I've seen that's been like, I don't care what they say, people in the back, people whatever, but then every chance they get to go on social media to try to state their case or to have people, you know, do a flip and have them to try to get them on their side so they can explain themselves. Honey, I see it all the time. I just be like, oh my God. But yeah, people, I don't think they understand the severity of it. Like I say all the time with Ready to Love, super fans, honey, they will
grand exit.
They don't care who you are. They will clap back. They don't care if you've been on TV or not.
I would never do that to you, baby.
How do we know that?
Because he's not a liar. He's not a bad person.
From my perspective, is like once you start to feel like a lot of adversity in a relationship, then you kind of give up.
I know that relationships take hard work, and I'm not the one to just run away at the first sight of any obstacle. That's not what I am. If I see red flags, then that person is not worth my all. Troy, he wants to know if I'm crazy for real, and the answer is no. I'm a good woman.
Red flag in my face.
You're the woman for him, though.
I'm gonna tell.
Red flag.
Well, all right then. Thank you for joining us, darling.
Red flag.
This has been real. Great. I appreciate it.
Leaving the conversation with Lyndon and Troy, I'm not too concerned. I felt like I answered Troy's questions. It wasn't too bad.
Talk to me.
She knows what she wants, but the whole grand exit thing is like kind of weird to me.
The grand exit thing is a lot.
Once it gets tough,
You don't know how she's gonna react to it.
Yeah,
That was a red flag for me.
I had to
Is
look
it like a giant-sized red flag or like a tiny red flag? Maybe the size of a football field.
Yeah, right.
Scared about my friend telling me that there's a red flag the size of a football field.
It's
You gotta
huge.
weigh it out, man. I feel you. Morgan's a great girl, but maybe I gotta step back.
I done met some
and figure out where
amazing
my
men
head is at right
with
now.
a
That's gonna
huge
get tough.
red
That
flag
happens.
on their forehead.
Because that's real.
I don't care how amazing they are. You want to ignore the red flag. Always try to.
Going into the date with Meet the Friends, I
Yeah,
chose
we
my
gotta
friend
stop
LaShawn.
that.
She's a very good communicator,
Stop.
and she knows me very, very well. And she'd be able to evaluate Shalane and give me the raw, honest, real opinion. Thanks for coming.
Of course, I got your back. I got to support.
Going into this meeting with Blake and his friend, I am super anxious to see who he thinks knows him best and who he wants me to make an impression on.
Hi.
Hey.
Nice to meet you. Hello. This is nice.
Thank you.
Oh, pretty lady.
Hello.
Okay, let's go. Gotta get it.
My best friend is Antron. We call him Tron. I've known this guy for over 25 years. He know me inside and out. Thank you for coming. There's no other guy to bring to this process. See what he think about both of my connections, which are Morgan and Marcy.
I'm just happy to be down there and see you and definitely meet your friends.
All right. Marcy.
Hey, Victoria.
All right,
Walking into the date, the fact that Marcy is there, I can't say that I like it.
How are you, babe?
Pretty good.
I'm just a very territorial woman. So sitting there next to another woman that
Yeah,
I
she
know likes my
territorial.
man is unsettling to me.
Cheers to a great night. Okay.
It's a pleasure to meet you. So tell me, like, 5 years from now, how do you see your life?
Ah, yes. Yes, Susu, tell us this. We want to know this.
Hopefully married
Okay.
and, enjoying my last person. I've always said, like, I'd rather leave with no one than the wrong person.
I don't have a lot of friends. I have quality friends. Like, that's one thing that I appreciate him as a friend is Blake is black or white and he's honest. He really has a noble character. Like, he will have your back. I just want to know, like, on your side, how are you able to kind of have his back?
We get feedback in the women's lounge every week, and every week he's in the bottom. Send Blake home. And I'm like, no, that's my connection. I have been able to focus more on our journey and not have the outside influences affect it.
Let's get into it. I know you both from Miami. Do you have any children?
No, we don't.
Do you want kids? How many? We're not 25 and you not having any. It would be like a reset for him.
I do want children. I just want it with someone who has my back and who knows how to be a father and nurture a woman through that process.
I didn't birth any children, but I've raised somebody's children. I raised a couple kids. I'll call myself a mom T.
Okay.
So I have a good handle on what it takes to raise children. I want to make sure it's with the right person.
Definitely.
How long have you been divorced?
I have been divorced for 2 years.
Is this like your first relationship after the marriage?
First intentional last person dating experience.
Okay. It is hard to open your heart again, to let someone in.
Right.
So just want to gauge you on that.
I've never asked that question. See, this is why I brought you here. This is what I need to know right here. I've never asked that question.
I don't think that would be an issue.
Okay.
So do you have a personal 5-year plan?
I see myself married, of course. 5 years, 100%.
I got a 2-year plan.
You got a 2-year plan?
Wife me, please.
Wife me, please. That's the plan?
That's the plan.
How do you get that plan executed?
Prayer, patience, and somebody that's on a similar path.
I don't know.
How do you see it working out with Blake in the future? He has 3 sons.
Marriage
With respect to blending families, I have never done it before, but I think he'd be a decent girl dad.
Okay.
She definitely came to go to bat for her friend and get some information. I'm gonna run, but thank you so much. So nice to meet you. I feel like Blake and I's connection is strong. So I'm just hoping that I can continue to nurture and peel back the layers with my connection and just focusing on that. Enjoy.
Bye. Drive safely.
You feel like my brother's on a similar path?
He is this man's man that I want, but to a fault.
Okay.
I'm a very strong-minded woman. He says he likes my mouth, but then sometimes he don't like my mouth. How do I get him to sometimes just like, soften up?
I think that comes with time. You know what I mean? And men have walls. We just don't discuss them as much. So I think that as long as you continue to go through the process and be patient, then you'll definitely see that side.
Okay.
Definitely good to meet you, ladies.
It was so nice meeting you, Tron.
Yes, nice meeting you, Morgan.
You take care.
Yes.
So, now that you've had the opportunity to meet her,
yes,
obviously I have my own concerns. Some of the things that you touched on, with her having been married and really just wondering if she's really ready.
I hope she's open to exploring something real, because I know divorces and even, relationships that are broken, that are long-term, it can really play a role on your character, make some changes and adjustments, or, put some baggage onto you that you need to let go.
Okay.
I think it's worth a shot, take your time, continue to learn her, and
That's
see where
right.
you guys go.
Where's Blake's
You
other
two and being divorced.
I had no other
LaShawn had some concerns. She just wanted me to keep my eye open and be aware that there may be triggers. But it's something that we discuss, and I think that we move together really well in it. Thank you for coming out.
No problem.
Allow me.
I am thoroughly impressed. I need your help on this. You got to talk to me.
I wonder why they didn't.
Marcia had very good answers,
Looks like
but Morgan was so direct.
So you would say Morgan had the best answers?
I would say Marcia had the best answers. Morgan was all about you.
You didn't make that any easier for me.
Well, I could just, help you try to get there. You got to make the final decision, right?
Right.
There's going to be an extremely tough decision to choose between the two beautiful women.
Life is hard. You got to decide what you want to do.
We will see.
Grab my head.
Wait. I got nothing on those scenes. What y'all doing over here? Shout out to you guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. You could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, and I appreciate you so much. If you have not hit that thumbs up, definitely take a moment to click that thumbs up. If you are new here, welcome. Definitely subscribe. Join our Seoul Mate family that we have over here. You guys know I do my live reactions on Fridays. I try to, as long as my schedule permits. But I do my live reactions on Fridays at 8 p.m. here on my YouTube channel. And I do my live panel reviews on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. As long as my schedule permits. But for the most part, I've been pretty consistent. So definitely subscribe. I think this Tuesday is going to be pretty interesting because this episode, because I know my panelists and I know how their brains think, and just the little bit that we've watched, they're going to have a lot to say, especially about what Morgan had to say. But anyway, oh God. Okay. I think we stopped there. I can see you, but the background is dark. Okay, good. I'm glad you can see me. Okay, you look fine. Okay, yeah, because I was saying I just got out the shower. I did. We can see you. Y'all wouldn't be able to see me in the dark, though. Oh, my God. Why do you say that? Cynthia is a baddie. What's wrong with Andre, with the man? Mark and Mark Anthony. Jeffrey continues. The pattern of choosing emotionally unavailable men who hit it and quit it. Honey, because Mark Anthony, let me tell you something. I forgot where I saw it. I don't know if it was on one of my panels, if it was on someone else's channel, but someone had made a comment about how Mark Anthony and Mercedes, like they're both young. Like I could see them not really wanting to jump head first and trying to have like a serious relationship, wanting to get married. Like I feel like they could enjoy each other. They would have fun with each other. They could grow with each other. Him and Jeffrey, I don't see that. Like, I don't see him as wanting to be in a relationship and go into this relationship with a ready-made family. I just don't see it. Not with Mark Anthony. You know what I mean? I could have seen that with Blue if he would have been a little bit more assertive and if that was his, direction that he wanted to go. I could see that with Blue. I could see that with... I could have seen that with Andre. I could see that with Andre because Andre gives me, he knows what he wants. You know, and it is what it is. He's getting good advice from his friend. Hey, Janika. Oh, Dag, I already said all these. I already showed all these. That's calculated in psychology. Must be talking about Morgan. Yeah. Hey, Monique. Yeah, gigantic red flag. I just don't know, like I don't know, like I wonder if it, like these comments and the things that people are saying about Morgan, like I wonder if it like really bothers her, because I'm sure it does. People can act like that the stuff doesn't bother them, but in real life it really does F with your mental, especially like if you're not in that like that secure headspace. Really, I don't care how fine you are, how you
doing? Good, what's going on?
Your body, how pretty you are.
Teller, I decided to bring my bestie Miriam. I know you've been stressing me to date and get out there.
Correct.
So, I like 3 women.
3, that's a lot.
We've been friends for years. She's a married woman with 3 beautiful kids. If anybody can give anyone insight on me, it would be her.
I'm gonna get to see them.
How about today?
I'll clear up the schedule, you know, anything for Anthony.
Married with 3
Miriam is gonna meet Cynthia. A little bit later, I set up a nice little lunch date for Mercedes and Suanne. Finn.
Hello.
Hi, beautiful. What's going on?
Oh, good. How are you?
Good.
Coming into this date, I'm a little nervous.
This is Cynthia. Cynthia, this is
I'm
Mary.
good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I believe my connections are strong. I just don't know how this is gonna go.
You ready, girl?
I'm ready.
I love you, girl. I love you.
Into this date with Anthony and his friend. So kind of walking into this, I think with being transparent, it eliminates a lot of the foo-foo.
So do you have kids?
I do not, but I really want kids. I can see myself being in that like mothering role. I don't know exactly what God has in store for me. So whether that's adopting or being with somebody who already has kids or whatever that shakes on to. Maybe I'll be like a parent to a dog. I don't know.
Going into this date, I am looking to see who Anthony's connections are.
Hi, beautiful. How are you?
Very good. Because Anthony has never told me who his connections are. It's just too much fill in the blank.
Good.
So my thing with Anthony is I will be like, Anthony, do you like me?
Do he respond? No, he don't respond to me either, girl. Don't feel bad. He's just playing it safe because maybe there's something that he doesn't want to be hurt.
Like, I need you to be like, hey.
I feel like at first, when I had a date with Suanne, I was kind of blindsided that she didn't know how I felt about her. But I feel like after that, I've definitely been more vocal with her and I've told her where she stands with me, but I still feel like she's not letting that go.
I feel kind of dumb making Anthony my second closest connection when he hasn't even said he likes me to me.
Suanne,
yes,
I like you.
Oh, okay.
I do.
There's definitely attraction there, but I don't want to be his emotional coach. I need a man that's ready to go. I have dated for potential in the past, and I don't want to do that again.
That's because
I've been asking him for a long time.
If you gotta tell a man,
tell me more about yourself. Like, do you have kids?
I have 2 children, Jalen and Chastity.
I got men that don't even know me. That's like, I love
your child's father. Like, do you have a good relationship with it? Like, be honest. Is it hectic?
He's
men I don't even know
since I was 12, you know. So we have a long history, all right? But we haven't been together since 2014. He would never be a nuisance to what I have because I know how to put my foot down.
Do you know how to submit to a man?
I'm okay with a man leading. I mean, God did not intend for me to play a man role, and I've been doing it. So, yeah, I'm tight.
Okay.
I'm okay with a man leading.
Yes.
Cynthia, she was ready for whatever was thrown at her, and she handled it very well.
All right, it was good meeting you, Cynthia.
But it ain't a whole lot of men out here.
What about you, Suanne? Do you want to have kids?
I have 2 girls.
Okay.
I would like the opportunity to like enjoy Anthony and what our bond is
Playing in the street
before introducing a baby.
So
in a lot of leaders.
Since you don't have, children yet, like how would you see, Anthony's daughter playing a role in your life?
That has been, Miriam, truly my apprehension with proceeding with Anthony. I feel like I've been very slow with kind of like our relationship because I'm like, you come with a lot, and I have to be sure that I'm in that position to take on that responsibility.
It makes sense as long as you're always willing to learn something new.
Yeah. My opinion has not changed about Anthony because I do think that he is just a stand-up guy. I guess our tea party is over.
Yeah, definitely.
He's an amazing man, an amazing father. What it did do was to make it realistic for what he's going to need, or what type of woman that is shaping up that is going to be best suited for Anthony.
How'd you feel about them? Like, tell me, what you think about Mercedes?
I feel like because she's being honest with you, what if she can't fulfill certain roles? You're going to get upset. Suanne stated that she's not getting nothing from you. You want somebody that's for you.
Right.
I think Cynthia's the best candidate for what you have going on. She's clear with her intentions on what she needs from you and what you would need from her.
That's good insight. I appreciate it. And I'm going to take all that into consideration. Mira's reaction in connection to Suanne and Mercedes, a total 180 from Cynthia. I do think hearing this complicates my perception and feelings. I still don't know what I'm gonna do. I know, it's crazy. So it's definitely something to think about moving forward with this process.
I'm over 45, I realize.
Anyway, let me. Honey, I did not know either. I did not know she was divorced with 2 kids, and that makes more sense now. Like, it makes more sense because I used to keep saying to myself, like, why does Suanne and Blake really have a connection? Like, does she want kids? Like, what's going on? And I used to ask myself that question in my head, but yeah, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. The only thing about this situation is unfortunately Blake really don't like Suanne. No. Is Suanne good for him? Yes. Is he really feeling her? Not really. No, not really. He ain't really feeling her. It's unfortunate because Suanne is gorgeous. She's smart. She is established. She's successful. Suanne's the bomb. I like Suanne. I think she's a great catch, but Blake ain't really feeling her. Blake isn't really feeling her. It's unfortunate, but Anthony needs to go ahead on and be with Cynthia. Anthony is a great catch. He needs to be a little bit more assertive. He needs to be a little bit more intentional. I feel like he just winging everybody along. He's making me feel like he don't really like nobody either. That's just how I see it. Tony really is trying to convince himself to not pick Morgan. Tony wants to pick Morgan because he likes Morgan. He know that if he messes up with Morgan on the show, he not really gonna be able to be with Morgan because Morgan not gonna let him if they haven't already. And he not trying to screw that up because he like, I just need one time. I just need one time. If I screw it up on the show, I'm not gonna get that one time if he hasn't already. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. He think Marcia is a nice girl. He thinks Marcia is a nice girl, and she is. I love Marcia, but unfortunately, he don't like. He has Marcia, and he's had Marcia to pretty much. And these are just the opinions of my own. Guess what, guys? I could be all the way wrong. This is just my perception, my opinions, and my views on what I've seen on the show. I don't know nothing. I don't talk to nobody. This is all alleged. My views are my own, and I'm not affiliated with Oprah Winfrey Network or Lighthearted with my reviews. It's just what I think. And I don't think that Tony really liked Marcia. I think that he had her for another vote. He knows that she's a good girl, but in real life, that's not who he really want to be with. He really want to be with Morgan. He's mad that Morgan crazy though. I ain't saying she crazy. That she just has anger.
We had a long week of dates. Time to deliberate.
Never know what to expect with time.
It's always stressful. All right, it's just how stressful will it be?
Everybody's not for everybody. So their top connections might also be in my bottom connection. So you just have to sit there and not take anything personal at all.
All right.
Hey,
what's up, baby? Y'all good?
Man?
Yes, sir.
Good.
All right, I see you. My Miami brothers in the building. I see you, Dre. I had hair before. You ain't doing nothing different. You got the top this way, the back that way.
You still trying to decide.
All right.
I like Andre.
Look at y'all.
Still
got the head above water.
Really like Andre.
Introducing your love interest to your best
Like, every
friend.
time
That's
you come on
quite a
the screen,
hurdle.
I'm like,
Word. Y'all got to fill me in. How did the intros go down?
Today.
Trey, what friend did you bring and who did you introduce him to?
So I brought my friend Jermaine. I introduced him to Jeffrey and Cynthia.
How did it go?
My friend was more gravitating to Cynthia.
Really?
One thing she said, that hit, I can protect his emotions.
Did you make a decision?
I don't know if I can believe everything she's saying.
You ain't made your mind up yet.
There's that little reservation about Cynthia, and I want to give a fair shot.
Well, we shall see. Mark Anthony.
Well, my best friend, his name's Mark, but I call him Rel. His last name's Sorrell.
Who'd you introduce him to?
Mercedes and Jeffrey. He came out liking them both, but I think he preferred Mercedes.
What made Mercedes stick out?
He thought she was much more of my style, the way she is, bubbly personality. She's more of the women I typically go for as far as personality-wise.
Because he really wants Jeffrey.
Best friend. Who's your best friend?
So I went with a friend of mine, LaShawn. Known her a bunch of years.
Who'd you bring?
Suanne. I'd say it went really well. Her only concern was that she had been married and divorced, and this would be the first relationship thereafter.
Why is that a question mark?
For her, it's surrounded around battle injuries.
And with what your friend is telling you, you're still willing to move forward and explore that?
Definitely. I think we all have scars. I think everyone here has been through something, has been through a relationship that's taking something from them.
Yeah. All right. Landon, let me hear it, man. Who's the best friend?
One of my good friends, his name's Troy. I have one connection. He met Morgan. I let him know about Nairgate is what.
Nairgate.
And I was like, you think the Nair thing is like a big flag or a small flag?
So what did he say?
How big does a flag have to be to cover a football field?
It's a huge flag.
Yeah. Even though she was answering the tough question, he did express a serious concern.
Tony, talk to me, big man. Tell me about this best friend.
Friend for 25 years.
Long time.
Since we were 16. Antron. The two females I brought in is Morgan and Marcy. My right-hand man just felt like something about that Marcy.
She stood out.
I know that Marcy is more similar to me in many ways, but I have that deeper connection with Morgan. We connect on every level. She's been one of my tops since day one.
I'll take that. Anthony, talk to me.
So I brought my good friend Miriam. The date started off with Cynthia solo. Cynthia is very intentional, passionate, and she didn't back down. That's extremely attractive to me. Then later on, we met Mercedes and Suanne. Mercedes brought her bubbly personality. Whereas I feel like Suanne was there to kind of take notes and prove a point.
Prove what point?
I'm not telling her what she needs to hear as far as where she stands with me. I don't feel like I want to explain everything to her right up front because I don't want the back and forth to go on. Anthony said this. Anthony said I'm here with him. Or no, you'll find out when my process is complete.
Are you worried about losing this connection because you...
No. If I lose a connection, that means we didn't really have a connection to begin with.
I'm not really concerned about Anthony. I think he has a lot to offer. I have something different to offer, and Suanne, she'll gravitate
Jeffrey? Oh,
towards
they
whatever it is
not
she
letting
wants.
Jeffrey go.
All right. Time has come for y'all to make some tough decisions. One woman's journey must end tonight. So which of these ladies do you feel just isn't ready to love? Tony.
I would say Jeffrey. We laugh when we see each other. I can see Jeffrey as a good friend, but just no attraction or anything there.
Cynthia. I think that she does have some good qualities, but I just don't think she's as aligned for me as I thought.
Mercedes, and that's a recent disconnection.
Right.
She has been my top connection, now my least
Previously,
connection.
yeah.
And Suan, I've never had a connection with. For whatever reason, she has never opened up to me.
I gotta go, Suan. We got to know each other, but just not there for me.
Marcia, good friend, but past friendship. We're going for love here.
Marcia, I put her in the homegirl vibe.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't see her romantically.
All right, guys. So here's what I want you to do. Take these ladies out and be honest with them. Time to share some constructive feedback and let one of them know
So Sue
she
Ann
has
or
reached the
Marcia,
end of this journey with us.
I think are the two.
Got it?
Got it.
All right. All right. But, hold up. Before y'all leave, I got a little surprise for you.
Of course you do.
What, you don't want a surprise?
Hell no.
Tony said, hell no, we don't want no more surprise. Come on, baby. Here's a surprise. Next week, I'm gonna be gathering all you singles together. I want you to pack some bags and meet at a location that I will provide for you all later. Can y'all handle that?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is where you bring
That's
your
all
good
right.
draws. This is where you bring your good draws.
That's not a bad surprise.
Not the one with the holes in them. Not the one with the holes in them.
Tommy sets up a getaway. We don't know where we're going. We don't know what's going on. He always got something up his sleeve, man.
So that's it. Off you go, fellas. I'll be catching up with y'all soon.
Ever getting eliminated
Yes, sir.
right now?
She gonna burn your
not
damn
eating
house.
that stuff. Oh my God. Oh my God. I forgot that it was eliminations tonight. I think it's either gonna be Sue Ann or Marcia. I feel like if Sue Ann goes home, Blake's gonna go home. But in my opinion, my thing is, and then too, if Sue Ann goes home, Blake's gonna have to go home. He don't got no other connections. And I don't think that they're willing to lose two people. See, Marcia, she don't really have no other connections but Tony. And in real life, Tony wants Morgan. Yeah. Morgan ain't going home. I don't know. Because that Nair, everybody knows about the Nair now. Everybody knows about the Nair. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah. In real life, Casey, because for real, she's been floating along. She's been floating along. Like her and Tony, they've had like a connection, but it ain't, I don't feel like that it's strong enough to have her go all the way to the end. We're on this trip now. Yeah. In real life, they might get rid of Sue Ann. Because think about it. We don't want to see, where's my mouse? Think about it. We don't want to see, I mean, we do, but we don't. We want to see, they want to show us connections. They want to show us drama. They want to show us, oh, my laptop is not plugged in. Oh, sugar. They want to show us everybody being in one space and then the drama happening. You know what I mean? Sue Ann and Blake, what drama are we going to really see? We're going to see them being bunned up. We're going to see them getting to know each other more. We're going to see them, I don't know, doing little butterfly kisses the whole time. I don't think that the producers are going to really want to show that. But they're going to want to show Tony and Morgan and Marcia. They're going to want to show Mercedes. And you see what I'm trying to say? So, I don't know. Let me plug my laptop in, guys. Sorry about that. Before it cuts off. I don't know. Because production has a way of doing twists and turns and, you just never know. Yeah, none of the men like Sue Ann. You're right. They definitely need Morgan for the drama. They need Jeffrey for the drama. I agree with you about the Nair. Yeah, Nair in the hair is a big problem. So Marcia is going home. I don't know, because think about it. Don't y'all want to see more? I mean, not saying y'all do, but I'm just saying, just from a production standpoint, who don't want to see Morgan trip out about Tony because he's spending time with Marcia? Ratings, ratings, ratings. If it's your show, you get paid by ratings. What would you do?
Good.
Definitely.
Knowing that the men recently met in the lounge, going into this date, I'm definitely nervous.
You look amazing.
Gwen and Blake, they dead.
What is this about to be?
So
Like,
it's
it's
amazing date.
We don't need them no more.
Marcia.
How are you?
How's everything?
On this date tonight, when I see Mark Anthony, we know there's no romantic connection.
What's going on with you? How you been?
Man,
Everything's good.
Everything's good?
Yeah.
From
So
a
now
production
I'm nervous.
standpoint,
I know I
this
no
is
longer
your
have my
show.
connection with Blue. He's went home. And I
You
only
get
have my
paid by
connection with
rating.
Tony. You know how things
By
go.
commercials,
I might
by
be going
your
home
spots
tonight.
on your
How's
show.
your week been?
You know the process.
Yeah, you know, I know the process
Trying
very
to
well.
Who y'all
figure
sending
things
home?
out.
Suan or Marcia?
How's your process going?
I'm just trying to get to know my connections. Are you comfortable being open, put in the right space with the right person?
Of course.
Do you feel like you've been open with me?
I feel like you're very guarded. So then that kind of has me like very guarded.
So today, I actually spent some time with Tommy and the boys, and your name came up.
Really? Now my palms start sweating because I'm like, okay, we're about to have a real conversation.
A couple guys kind of felt like, you didn't give them a chance to actually form a connection with you.
Obviously, we've all made connections. So how do you think you've been doing well with your
I
connection?
can't be too sure. You know how this thing is.
Yeah, you never know until you know.
never know.
That's Suan going home.
That's a fact.
She's
We
out of
spoke to Tommy
here.
earlier today,
I want to bet on it.
and unfortunately, you came up. Problem is that you're friendly.
We gonna
Obviously,
bet.
it's a great trade, but it's
How y'all
like
think?
then you risk getting friend zoned.
I kind of feel like I am pulling a lot out of you, though, at times.
Okay.
And I love
I have to
I want to
initiate
see
the
Suan
phone
and
calls and the
Blake
text messaging
hang
and
out.
check ups sometimes, and I understand that you're busy and you're a mother, but, energy should be reciprocated. If you're interested in someone, you should definitely give them what they're giving you.
I understand how you feel.
I value friendship so much, so I want to be cool and all that stuff.
You're at a catch-22 because it's like the same thing that's hurting you is great about you. You dig what I'm saying?
He needs to know, like, yeah, you like me as a friend, but he also needs to know you like him romantically. Yeah.
Right. And we kind of came to a deliberation at the end of it.
I mean, like, what are you talking
After speaking, we kind of decided that
You got a look on your face like somebody coded.
We ain't going home.
I gotta tell you, the guys, we all got together, and the men decided that you're not ready to love.
I did go home. Y'all was right.
It is what it is.
It's
I
a double
appreciate
elimination.
everyone. You guys are awesome.
No,
I've learned so much from
They
the
gotta keep
process.
weight, child.
I take everything that they say and I'm gonna apply it. If I do like a guy, I need to make sure I reassure him romantically.
Yeah.
I still have my head up, and honey, love is out there, and I'm so ready. Let's get out of here. Ooh.
I'm gonna walk you to your car.
You got sent home.
we decided that you are still ready to love.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad because I feel like I am.
Just kind of get to know everybody a little bit more. Open up a little bit. You're a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many different layers of you that we want to know.
That's right.
I'm definitely surprised. I mean, I really am trying to connect with the guys, be open, and just explore connections and conversation. But it is what it is. I'm glad to still be in the process because I'm learning a lot about myself and I'm still developing deeper connections.
We'll continue on this journey and we'll see where it takes us.
I'm here for it.
Definitely.
Next time on Ready to Love.
This is the beginning of your weekend getaway.
We're gonna play for Morgan's honor.
Let's play for where Morgan's sleeping
Let's
tonight.
play for
How about that?
sleep.
I just walk in, just blind as can be. I'm just like, oh my God, it begins.
You staying in my room tonight.
If he sinks it.
I've never had to be in the same home with two of the men that I've been connecting with, and I just don't feel good. What am I supposed to do?
Let me ask you something. How do you feel about that? How I kissed Morgan 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and you never kissed her?
How do you feel about telling me that if Marcia was here, I could have Morgan? Did you say it?
We can step outside and be a fan. You're gonna lose.
Previously on Ready to Love. Later this week, I'm organizing a group.
Did you hear what he said? He said, how? He said, you said that if Marcia was still here, I could have Morgan. That's because these people trying to make it to the end, period, point blank. Oh my God, y'all was right like shit. Y'all was right. Y'all was right. I was wrong. Oh my God. Oh my God. Morgan needs to go home, child. Oh my God. Y'all was right. All y'all said. I swear, I thought, because I said it, that Suanne, she don't have no other connections but Blake. But I forgot she got her connection with Anthony too. I forgot about that. And it didn't dawn on me that Morgan has two connections, which is Tony and Lyndon. So they're gonna be fighting for her. So I get it. Yeah, I get it. That makes more sense to have Marcia go. Dang. Honey. Oh my God. Oh my God. Morgan got the men fighting, honey. She got them playing pool. I'm telling you, child. Morgan got it going on though. Morgan got it going on, and women. Morgan got it going on. Jonique has a new boo. Oh, good for her. I love Jonique. I love me some Jonique. Okay. Hey, P.O. You want to come on real quick? I'm going to put the link in the chat. Did you deliver? Did you think that, P.O., that it was going to be Marcia going home? They are so high school. Tony and Morgan are both unhinged. Honey, they're going to end up killing each other. What? Tony is unhinged, but so is Morgan, and match made in hell. I take back everything I said in the last review. Why you say that? Are they really fighting over Morgan or that male combat? Oh, child. I think it's probably both. I mean, I'm not going to say that they're being combative, but it's a whole lot of testosterone being thrown around. And, their egos, men have huge egos and they have a lot of pride. I look like my daddy just then. They have a lot of pride. And, and on top of it, they have like cameras in front of them. The fact that Tony just like carried the crap out of Lyndon at dinner. And Lyndon is letting him know, like, yeah, you're not gonna punk me, like you got me messed up. Like, if that's how we playing, we about to play like that. Because he obviously showed him exactly like how competitive he could be on that pool table. And I think Lyndon saw it for himself and he like, oh, okay, this how Tony going? I see. What's going on, Tyrone? I put the link in the chat if you or PO wanna join quick, like for a little while. Dang. Particularly Tony. So y'all know I have my panel next Tuesday. And okay. Y'all know I have my panel next Tuesday, and I have a feeling we always have good panels, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Hey, P.O.
What's up? What's up?
Why you say you take everything back?
All right. So, like I said, I try to see the good in everybody.
Yes.
And so, when we did that review, I did everything in my power to give Morgan a pass. But the fact that you Googled this stuff and just to see if you couldn't go to come on, man, that is nothing to be proud of.
Nothing. But my thing is why did you feel like, P.O., that, I mean, I just don't understand. Regardless of the fact if she Googled it or not, it's still giving off like not so cool vibes. Like how put the shoe on your foot. How would you have felt if that happened to you? If you had hair? If you had hair, P.O., and a female did that to you, how would you have felt?
Yeah, so like right now, I currently put nair in my hair, so
it's different. But you want to be bald by choice. It's by choice.
I'm joking. No, if if I woke up on Monday morning and I had a nice full head of hair, you know, with that I love playing in or whatever, and that hair was laying on my pillow and I wasn't in the bed anymore, yeah, we're gonna have issues. we gonna have issues. But see, all that stuff is prerequisites to having a bad, very bad, toxic relationship down the line. Anybody that has, and you know, and I'm sorry, like I really, really, really want to root for Morgan, but I can't root for that behavior. I cannot condone it. I can't buy into it. I can't justify it. I can't do anything. And so when somebody does stuff like that and then they don't take the steps to correct the behavior that led them there, and they just say, yo, that was the old me, I need you to tell me why there's now a new you. Because otherwise, you have the potential to do that same thing, probably even worse, you know, now. You know, because like I said, she said it was a grand exit. And she said that more than once. And she said it with pride. It wasn't like, you know, I was just being stupid. You know, it was like a grand exit and I was just dumb. No, she was prideful about it.
She is throwing that crap around like confetti.
Right. And so, you know, like I said, I'm not like, I don't want to beat our peoples down, you know, because I know what we've been through in that, you know, being judge and show. It's just the fact of the matter is you have to know that this is not good behavior. This is not how you're supposed to conduct yourself as a woman or as a human being. And, you know, like I said, we all done dumb things in the past. But, you know, most of us or a lot of us have reconciled those issues, you know, either by therapy, prayer, or, you know, some sort of, modules that we completed, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, you know, you have to at least atone for that type of behavior. And I didn't hear that at all. I didn't hear at one time where she said, you know, I'm different because of whatever.
Not at all. No. Hey, Tyrone.
What up?
Honey.
I was a little bit late, so I'm just finishing watching the last little bits of the show. But yeah.
Did you see the Morgan part?
Yeah, everything Paul just said, you know, and more. Like it don't even matter. Like in a way, it don't even matter what she did. It's the fact that she plans and plots to hurt her mate.
Right.
That's it. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Most people would be like, all right, let's talk about it. You was wrong. I was wrong. I was right about. It's not even right. Like in the end, it's not even about being right or wrong. It's about being adult enough to discuss why you're upset.
Right.
You know.
Absolutely.
Man, then
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I mean, and then to look it up. Remember what I was saying on the panel? Like, what was below and above the nair? Right? Remember when I asked, like, what was the factor that made
Right.
her choose nair? And she was like,
Right.
jail.
Yeah.
So jail is the cutoff. So it ain't no telling what that could have been.
Right.
Exactly. Because I actually said that it was premeditated, and the fact that it was premeditated, but the fact that she Googled it, my thing is what if it's a knife right here and she gets in a heated argument with her guy and she don't have time to Google nothing. She don't have time to think about nothing. She don't have, like, what extent would she take her anger?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a huge red flag. Somebody, you know, golly, and this just recently happened to me. Someone coming into my face and da-da-da-da-da. Like, the next thing I'm going to think is you're going to put your hands on me.
Facts.
The next time.
Facts.
Like, huge red flag. Like, people show you a little bit about themselves. Even if that dude would have never put his hands on me, maybe in a situation, in a heated argument, in a heated moment, something I might have done might have triggered him, and he don't even know what he did. And the next time he choking me out, and he don't even realize he choking me out because he don't have no control within himself, because he don't even realize that he was like this in my face, yelling at me and screaming at me at the top of his lungs.
Right.
He don't even realize he did that. So so how are you not gonna realize that you're gonna pick this knife up and stab me in my heart?
Right.
Think about it.
You ain't lying. But I could tell you this. For the money right here. By the time she watches all of this back and she does the reunion and things like that, and then you watch your internet stuff, because I know we watch the comments, we can't get away from them, and even if you sneak peek it, she's gonna have all of this bad press to deal with, that she's going to need some therapy, and hopefully whatever brought her to that place will get unpacked in those sessions, or somebody uncovers whatever it is that she went through that brought that on. But I hope that she at least rinses this out of her system. I hope that her talking about it and bringing it to light is some sort of way for her to really get some sort of therapy, or talk to somebody to talk through this, and help and give her coping skills with whatever brought her to that place.
I don't think so, unfortunately.
I'm hoping. You know me.
I think it might be tough because you got to have remorse in order to seek.
Exactly.
Right. but we got to remember though. We got to remember that she did film this. They filmed this like about 3 or 4 months ago. So being that you get all of this backlash, like the Black Twitter and everything else, these emotions now may be able to be unraveled, or she may be rattled enough by the comments that she's seeing, or the bad press, the negative imagery and all of that stuff, that she may take advantage of what was his name, Dr. Hogan, or whoever they have allocated to provide therapy for the castmates. Hopefully that'll be like a starting point where she could really talk through whatever those issues are. And if she doesn't see that as being an issue, even because it was the past or because it was 3 years ago, that's a bigger problem. So I mean, I would simply say the fact that it's been recent. This is not like 3 years ago. Is like COVID. When COVID hit,
It was her last relationship.
Right.
It was the last relationship. So.
Right. So that's like, you can't really distance yourself from something like that without without going through the without getting some sort of help that, to just, put that monster out.
Yeah. You got to go through some scenarios where, you're able to face it and deal with it correctly.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling that she may think that, it was overblown by us a little bit. Wasn't even that bad as she thought, as we think, and she's grown past that. That's what I think it's going to be. But then, because you mentioned the comments, I think, most people would be like, you know what, that was a bad thing that I did, but may not really mean it, and just saying it to say it. So we'll see,
Yeah. I mean, I hope, for the sake of her going forward, because listen, I didn't do half the crap that, she did on the show. Not even a pinch of it. And, I had to get my shit together afterwards.
Yeah.
So, it's like, you know what I mean? You can't just go on and being that person. I mean, you could. I would hope that she wouldn't be.
She may be the new star of the show, though. Now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
She may be the new star.
And that's how they do it too. Turn one down just to turn one up.
She snatched that up after that date with Blake.
Right.
Yeah.
Woof.
She took over.
Yeah.
I just kind of, I was a little bit worried. I'm kind of happy to, I'm actually happy to see Marcia get up out of there.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because I feel like I was gonna see a girl fight coming, and it don't need to be that, it don't need to be that way.
Between who, Marcia and Morgan?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Remember,
Go ahead.
Remember, I said they like the same guy, they seem to be friends, and I'm anxious to see them in the same room at the same time. So when we saw the date, meeting Tony's friend, we got to see Morgan's reaction to it. And it wasn't like she was clueless, because in every confessional or every ladies lounge, it was almost like they specifically let Marcia go after Morgan. And every single time Marcia was still like Tony. So it ain't like she's clueless as to who gonna be there,
Let me tell you something about the type of woman that I think Marcia is. If she would have went to that house with Tony and Morgan, Marcia would have looked at Morgan like she was crazy. Like, I can hear her now. I'm not about to fight with you. I'm not about to argue with you. Like, I can see Marcia saying that. Marcia to me is like, you know what? I ain't fighting over no man, because guess what? I don't got to fight over no man. So I'm going to go over here, and if Tony want me, Tony will come get me.
Okay.
That's how I see Marcia. And I see Morgan poking the bear. I see Morgan messing with her, trying to intimidate her, trying to, make her feel, like she has one up on her. Like, I feel like Morgan would do that. Do things with Tony in front of Tony, flaunting in front of Tony, in front of Marcia. I see her like being petty, but I see Marcia being like over here sipping her champagne.
Yeah, that pettiness. Yeah, that pettiness.
I see Marcia swimming in the pool on the floaty with her sunglasses on.
Yeah, I think
unbothered.
That pettiness is the reason Lyndon's still here. For real.
What?
For real. Come on.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I feel like Lyndon might be checked out. He might be over it.
I think he is over it, but I think he wants to. I feel like in his heart, he wants to make it to the end, but I feel like he knows his woman ain't there. His girl ain't there. What?
I almost made a bad joke, man, because I was talking about his lazy style. and it's just lazy.
His lazy style got him to episode number 8. Excuse me, episode number 9 that we know of.
Whoa.
But he has not had a good date. He has not had a good date. Not one date has been good.
Doesn't matter. He's gotten airtime. He's made it to episode 9.
Yeah.
And I think it's because Morgan wants to keep him around.
Morgan wants to keep around anybody that
Likes
wants
her.
Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think nobody else is checking for Morgan but Tony and Lyndon. I mean, that we know of.
Because Morgan seems to be the only one giving Lyndon some play, but it's just to piss Tony off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it is. And you know what?
Because
Lyndon is going to sit there right beside Marcia, and sip on champagne.
So dig this. I noticed that when Tony was beefing or yelling at Lyndon or whatever, he was, what's her face? Morgan was sitting right there next to him, like, look at my man's fighting over me.
Mm-hmm. She even rolled around on the floor by the 2 pool tables.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't even think Tony is mad at Lyndon. I don't think he's mad at Lyndon. I think he's upset at the situation, and he's probably realizing that, he's probably getting played. And because Lyndon keeps talking like he's doing something good when he ain't, Tony can't find the words to be like, bruh, we know why you're here. You're only here because Morgan wants you to be here, not because you can outbag me.
Right. I mean, he's pretty much said it, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tony has said it pretty much about everybody.
Yeah.
Even her ex.
Facts.
Like, who is this dude? Him? Would he say, really? Come on. Can't nobody touch Tony. Tony the man. Tony from up top. Ain't nobody on Tony level. What?
Yeah, I just don't want it. You don't want it to end bad for anyone, but I feel like it's going to end bad.
It's definitely going to end bad, and I'm here for it. And you are too.
Oh yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get a nice chuckle from it.
Yeah.
It's all
I'm
good.
definitely getting a chuckle. Let me tell you something. This is probably have been the best season. Like, this really looks like this whole how Ready to Love is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
This season reminds me of it. Like, this is like a real dating show.
Yeah, it seemed like we've been saying it for a while.
Wait. This season reminds you of what? I'm sorry, I missed that.
No, we're saying it seems like a well-produced show.
Yes.
The only thing that gets me is when when they have the cast come back in the confessionals, and if you listen to them, they're saying just enough to make it make sense, just enough to make it a show. But if you listen to them, none of them are being committal about anything because they know who their connections are. Mm-hmm. All this we gotta investigate and see and dive deeper into more of what's there. No, you don't. You're just trying to buy another week. You're just trying to buy another episode.
Because Tyrone, I got 3 number 2s. Like, what?
Wow.
Excuse me. I got 4 number 3s. What? I don't got no number 1. I don't know. It's too soon.
Right. I think I failed to mention, remember when Tony was like, hey, no disrespect, Blue, but we've had enough time to figure out what's what.
Right.
Like, did Tony even admit out loud who is exactly? So, if I was Blue,
I had to Kermit the Frog face because I was like, well, who was your number 1?
Right. Oh man.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's crazy. This was I will say this is the episode that sells the show. You know,
Which one? This one?
This one right here, yeah, because it really capitalizes on the faults in these relationships. Like even when when who was Anthony talked to Suan, you know, it highlighted some of the things that about her character that was you know, kind of inconsistent, and you know the fact that she was kind of pulling up on him a little bit. We didn't see that. Like she watched him and her and Blake kiss or whatever, so we never saw.
Yeah, that's cap. Come on, Suan, stop it. You know where that man stands. Stop it.
Right.
Stop it.
Right. So. Right on.
Stop it. Leave that man alone. You know what I mean? Stop trying to make that man say something he don't want to say on TV with his connection watching.
Yeah,
you know?
but
they finally
who you talking about?
He funny as hell, huh?
Who you talking about? Suan and who?
Suan and Anthony.
You said with his connection watching, meaning his connection is not on the show? I mean,
no, meaning like eventually his connection is going to watch this.
Watch it back. Yeah.
So yeah, and I feel like that you got a point there, Ty. And you know, you had that part, and then we also had the other part where what was it? Jeffrey was kind of checked out, you know, when it came over to the Mark Anthony side, you know, when she basically positioned herself and said, yeah, you know, I mean, I pulled myself back from Mark Anthony because he doesn't have children, blah, blah, blah. You know, so they're setting it up in the show to show you, okay, Mark Anthony and Jeffrey's not going to work out. Andre and Jeffrey, yeah, they're hitting it off. Andre and Mercedes, not so much. And they're showing those shifts, like they're, you know, doing the three nuts with the ball underneath type of thing. They're shuffling the things around and letting everybody know. Yeah, we knew that. But what I'm saying is that in this episode, they're solidifying it. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh,
with
yeah.
Storytelling.
Yeah.
Right.
They're making it make sense.
Right. And then they capped it off with, you know, Suan is taking Blake's place in terms of being on the bottom. So they capped it off with that. Now we know damn well that Blake and Suan has to exist on the show because this is the other part of the show that they're selling to the people. We know this. And Morgan is going to keep you coming back next week because you want to see what happens. Like, so they're tying it up pretty good in terms of drama. This is starting to get good into the show, but we still don't really see all of the good connections.
There ain't. I mean, there is maybe one.
Yeah. I meant Andre and Cynthia. I'm sorry about that. What would you say?
There might only be just one good connection, man.
What connection is that?
Blake and Suan.
No, Cynthia and
Mark Anthony. You know, and that's one of the things too. I like this Anthony that I'm seeing. Like he was in the cut all this time. He was in the cut all this time.
He wasn't in the cut. They just ain't showing for about 4 episodes.
Yeah. Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. But I like what I'm seeing from him because I haven't heard from him. You know what I'm saying? And now he's stepping out there, and I'm like, okay, this is my man right here. He's, you know, doing what he got to do. I like his person. You know what I'm saying? His personality on the show. I think he's doing his thing. And I said nuts and bolts, not nuts and balls.
He's been a good dude. He's been a good dude throughout. You know.
Yo, wouldn't it be hilarious if Tony left Morgan on the bridge? That would be for the books.
Yeah.
I would die if that happened.
So let me ask you this. Based off of what we saw here, Tyrone, do you feel like Mark Anthony is going to make it out of this getaway? Not Mark Anthony, I'm sorry, Lyndon. You think Lyndon's going to make it out of this getaway? Because you know,
I think it's going to be some toxic triangle, and hopefully, I mean, I imagine Tony being like, "You got it, bro."
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So let me set up the quick delivery. This is it right here. They said that they were going. The men has the power right now. I guarantee you that they switch it up and a woman eliminates a man this go round.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
On the house trip, a man's gonna go home. A woman just went home, so a
First.
man's gonna go home.
But
And
Tommy just said,
too.
all right, men, fellas, y'all got the power, you know, and go to this getaway thing, and but when they get there, it's going to be a switcheroo. I'm like, okay, you know what, a man is going home.
No, I think a man's got to go home, right?
No, but this is what I'm saying. The men have the power right now. Instead of a woman being eliminated, they're going to switch it and they're going to make a man go home.
No, what do you mean? They just voted Marcia. They just voted Marcia off.
I just delivered for you. Just trust me on this.
I'm expecting a man to go home.
Right, so am I. A woman just went home, and not Tony, but Tommy did not say that the men have the power this week at the house. Or did I miss that? He didn't say anything about anybody being eliminated.
Oh, are you saying they normally don't eliminate before the mansion?
No, they will. But I'm telling you, when they get back, there's going to be a switch up of the power. So let me see. A woman just went home. It'd be another girl. There's going to be another woman to go home.
Yeah.
Another woman to go home at the getaway.
It's going to be a man.
First.
Oh, you're saying first that he's going to switch it at the house.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it would make sense for them to, because they got to end with their final couples.
Right.
So that would make sense. I could see Lyndon or Tony going home. I could see ugh. I could see some nastiness. I could see Morgan voting off Tony.
What?
Yeah, just to piss him off.
She would do something like that too.
I could see her voting off.
Here for it.
But I don't see
her doing that.
Does anybody know how old Morgan is right now?
31, I think. Or is that Mercedes?
Where'd P.O. go? Is he going to go check? What is he doing?
I think so. I'm pulling up the slides now.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah. Where'd he go?
Sorry about that. I got a call that had came through.
Oh.
So we said, yeah. So you said Morgan is how old?
30. Oh wow, she's 38.
I was about to say she's
hell no.
She's 38.
Damn. See, I'm trying to give her a little pass, you know what I'm saying?
You keep trying to find these passes.
I'm like, well, she's young, but you know, she's old enough to know.
No, you trying to make excuses. That's what you're doing. They not passes. You trying to make excuses.
Yeah, I mean that too, you know, because I mean, you know, I just don't. So let me ask you this then, because here we have. Just think about it. We all go to this to see the psych before we get on the show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you've done that whole whatever, you know, the whole rundown thing that you had to do. So they tell you exactly who you are after that. They tell you everything about you, and they're pretty much spot on.
I didn't get my results. I
didn't get my results either.
Are you serious?
I just got a thumbs up. You good?
They were like, thank you. Wow. I was like, okay.
No, No, so yeah, so if you would have called him or talked to him, because a couple other people did too, you just be like, yo, okay, so tell me about what you guys saw. You know what I'm saying? And they read you like a book. So they know exactly who they're getting on the show. And so my thing is that, you know, if they know who they're putting there, you know what I'm saying? Or are they doing that, you know what I'm saying, to drum up the drama? Do you feel what I'm saying?
I could see this triangle thing maybe even causing them all a little harm, causing the show a little harm, and I could see all three of them getting voted off. Morgan, Tony, and Lyndon.
What? Oh no, they'll vote everybody else off before they vote them three off.
Who makes it to the bridge? Who makes it to the bridge with Morgan?
Huh?
Who makes it to the bridge with Lyndon?
Nobody. Lyndon gets eliminated.
Right. So.
Nah, Lyndon, man, Lyndon gonna be in
gets
there, man. That's my man right there.
That's my man too.
guy.
But he don't mean he's not gonna get eliminated. I'm telling you,
he's
Morgan and Tony, they are gonna go to the bridge and they're gonna end up killing each other on the bridge, allegedly.
Normally, I'm not a betting man.
She gonna push him off the bridge because he gonna say something he should have said. They gonna pray together first, but they gonna hallelujah. They gonna pray together first.
She gonna make sure you got life insurance though too, right?
What?
She's gonna get that policy up first.
Yeah. They are doing a really good job to make us want to watch more.
Yes.
So yeah,
that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You gotta give them that.
Yeah.
Hold on, go back to the other one before that, Sabrina. The other comment, I couldn't read it.
And what's up with folks bringing their friends to speak on behalf of them? You know.
What'd you say?
So now there's nobody to grill. Nobody. Like, how does? I don't know. I don't even think we saw Sue-Ann get to ask questions about Blake being in a relationship. Because you're bringing a friend.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, you know what though? I thought that.
So it's a friend's date, not the exes.
That was
no. So that was a friend's date, but it's only one ex. It's either the men or the women bringing their ex.
Mm-hmm. And every season they switch it.
They switch it, yeah. So in this case, the ex was already done, but they do have the meet the family that comes after the getaway. So it's gonna be that. It's gonna be the benediction and then meet the family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is this episode? Was that episode 8 or 9?
This was 9 tonight.
Oh, it's 9. Okay, yeah. So the next one will be the getaway, and then after the getaway, it will be the benediction where Tommy says, "Okay, guys, I'm out of here. It's you. See ya, and see you at the reunion." And
yeah,
then,
it's like the party where it's just those couples that's left.
Yeah.
And then those couples, they go to the house.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they get and then that last one where they get the whole camera crew, the whole production crew out there and get you.
You know what? They need to make it to the house. I need to see a fight at the house.
Yeah, it's gonna be Tony and Lyndon. Think about it. They're the only people there that it would make sense for it to be like any type of like controversy or like drama or like,
Yeah. I mean, I'm with it.
Yeah, because I ain't going to the house if I ain't, if I ain't gonna be like Joy and Cliff, I don't want to go to the house.
Whatever, Tyrone, because had you not got voted off, you would have went to the house. And you would have had 3 connections. Me, Carrie, and the other girl.
I would have
You
tried
had
my
to pick.
I would have tried my best to narrow it down by then. You know, I would have been like, hey.
You would have done things differently, huh?
I'd have been like, hey, I don't wanna be the the third toe at the house.
Man.
You know?
But it would have been you with the connections.
I wouldn't want that. I hate it. You know, I would hate that.
I was oh god, I'm not even gonna talk about old stuff.
But I know you. I know.
I just was like, Tyrone, like you got connections, right? I was like, you don't gotta make a decision right now. I was like, you sure? Here goes some chicken. I was like, eat this chicken wing and think about it. Tyrone, did I not? I think I offered him the chicken first. I was like, just be sure. He didn't want the chicken or my advice. He was like, no, I'm good on the chicken. I found my wife.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. Hey, the man was sticking to his heart, and he believed in his chest.
About me.
Oh my
Okay.
god! Oh god!
I've been wrong before too.
Yeah, I mean, you live and you learn. It was good TV. Good TV.
Right.
So what's the next episode? The mansion? It's not the mansion, right?
It's just
that's the next episode. They all go to the house.
I can't wait to see that one. Yeah.
Yes, he just said
100%. 100%.
It looks weird. If you watch
they're at
them,
like a beach house though. They're at a beach house.
Okay, because it looks weird. If you watch them in the window, there's people walking outside the window. So it didn't look like a secluded environment.
No, it's probably like a beach house, like a big giant beach house.
Yeah, you gotta remember they in Miami. Their beach house right down the street that they're going to.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And the kid, what's his name? The kid Tony was it Lyndon? Like, we're gonna do this shot, for Morgan's love or whatever.
They was playing pool, and then they all was eating dinner, and he was like, "Yeah, you just because I kissed Morgan more than you kissed."
I missed all that. I missed the pool. I missed.
Oh yeah, next episode, next Friday, they gonna be at the getaway.
Yeah.
Period.
And Lyndon and Tony is there.
And they playing pool, and Tony said, "Whoever win this pool game, that's who Morgan's sleeping with." And she was on the floor rolling around laughing. And then Tony and the whole group was at the table eating dinner. And then that's when Tony said to Lyndon about how you just mad or something because I kissed Morgan so many times and you haven't kissed her not once. Right. And he was like, and since you missed it, Tyrone, and Lyndon was like, yeah, well, why don't you, since you want to tell stuff, why don't you tell everybody that you told me if Marcia was still here that I could have Morgan and you was gonna take Marcia. And then Tony was like, ruh, and then it went to Lightheart.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is that Morgan does end up kissing Lyndon.
I'm sure.
I'm waiting for them.
But they kissed already. They already kissed.
No, they didn't.
Nah. Nah, not from what we've seen, but they definitely have kissed.
No, I know for sure they kissed.
Next weekend. I'll be back next weekend. St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Oh boy.
Oh, P.O., are you going to the event on Sunday?
You know what? I didn't even get a chance to reach out to homegirl. I might go though. I'm gonna try to hit her up.
If you want to go, just go with me.
All right. When are you going? Well, what time are you going out there? Or whatever?
We can talk about it off camera.
Okay, I got you.
Because just in case you didn't, I got 2 tickets.
Hey.
I said, you know what? I wonder if I said, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and get 2 tickets
on Sunday.
Yeah, I think it's like 1 to 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yes,
might be able to
during the
make that.
day. It's semi-formal, but we're not gonna talk about it right now. Anyway.
Yeah.
Morgan and Lyndon kissed on the official trailer. If you watch the official trailer on the website, you can see it.
Yeah.
I wonder when they kiss. They probably kiss at the house.
That's why I said I think she votes Tony off. Just to piss him off.
That makes
Damn,
sense.
Tony.
And Morgan would
It's just my guess. It's just my guess.
She would do that.
Yeah. I think though, like I said, she's very attracted to Tony.
To Tony, yeah.
She likes Lyndon, but
Hey,
she's
I did not
very
say they
attracted to
smashed
Tony.
already.
Oh, Tony been crashed that.
I did not say they smashed.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, he been crashed that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why she don't care. She know he ain't going nowhere.
Because listen, as a man, let me tell you something. As a man, I'm not going to get mad at another grown man, right? And so much so that if you saw the rage in Tony's face when he was talking reckless to Morgan, a man that didn't smash or whatever, that didn't, have the one up on the other dude, he's going to just sit back and be like, man, whatever. But somebody that knows that he, did his thing with her, and then you got this other dude saying, yeah, I could have her, knowing that you just smashed, last week or whatever, like, you know what I mean? You got that energy.
No, I think he's just mad at Lyndon because Lyndon don't know why he's really there.
No, I think Lyndon isn't going away, and he's like, yo, why is he still here? And why are you over here messing up my why are you over here messing up my people?
Yeah. I could see all of that being messy, and then Tony, seeing that eventually and being like, you know what? I'm good.
You know what I see? I see Morgan smash both of them, and she playing in all our faces. Damn.
I can't self-eliminate, but I'm gonna go call Marcia.
Honey, she like, I can pick and choose, because both of them mine. I can do whatever I want. I just, whatever I want to do, however I want to end the show. And somebody said it in the comments. She likes grand exits. So she like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'm gonna play with these little boys. I'm gonna play with them.
Yeah. Blondie made
I'm gonna choose myself.
Blondie Monique made a good point about Morgan crying. And I think if I was to guess, I would say it's part of the blow up of Tony recognizing it all, stepping away, Morgan being emotional, and then Lyndon coming in to save everything. They start kissing because of it, and then Tony ends up with Marcia on the couch. That's my guess.
Well, let me say something though. Let me say something. So, I watched Jonique on Crystal XO. Shout out to Crystal. And she asked Jonique a question and said, so how do you feel about, the ladies like, Morgan and Jeffrey? And she's like, yo, Jeffrey's my girl, that's my sis. Blah, 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 blah. What about Morgan? She's like, oh, yeah, and her too. I mean, Morgan's nice. She's cool. I guess she didn't want to bash her, but it just, the way that energy shifted was telling about the types of relationships that happens in those lounges or behind the closed doors that we don't really see, and you could tell kind of who's rocking with who based off of that type of energy. So I don't know if there's been like, some off-putting conversation, I would imagine so, or maybe just some, girl, you might want to watch that, type of thing in the background. But like I said, I feel like, Morgan probably was just bringing that kind of bad energy from the, for a while. What I didn't like though was, and I see, and now that I think about it, I see them building it up. They were showing that Morgan was had some sort of treachery in her from the time when she was sitting up there talking with Blake and all of them. When she went off on Blake the first time. So it was hold on one second. No, go ahead.
Are you talking about when she said he was cancer? You talking about when they was on the couch?
No, the first time when they were talking about
you talking about
when they said some shit about the what do you call it? When she was like, no, I liked how they was or I liked the argument or whatever. That first time?
Oh, when they was at that dinner.
Yeah, Morgan likes to smoke. She not gonna shy away from the smoke.
Oh yeah.
That's all that is,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, either way, I'm here for it. I got nothing else because I feel like we giving too much because we still got to do our panel review on Tuesday.
Right. Right.
So we can't give the people too much.
Right.
But anyway, all right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much, guys. If you have not hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you would join our soulmate community and subscribe to the channel. Real quick, Tyrone, PO, y'all want to let them know where they can find you guys?
Yeah, you can find me at Ty-Wilson21 everywhere. I do have a YouTube channel. I'm almost motivated to do another review. I haven't done one in a while because I'm working on something big and it's just taking a lot of time. But I might do one. I might release something tomorrow. So yeah, I'm back on my cybersecurity grind and my mental health grind. If anybody ain't gonna be in DC next weekend, I'll be in DC. So I think Courtney is trying to plan something with me in the cast. If that happens, then I'll put a message out on IG or something. All right, that's all I got.
You already know. 100 sightings. The end. Out here.
All right, guys. Like I said, if you have not given this video a thumbs up, I would so greatly appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. If you have not subscribed, you can follow me on all my socials at Miss Sabrina Soul. Again, I love you so much, guys. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat, my soulmate family. Shout out to you guys. I think it got up to 180 people tonight. I love you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us tonight. Thank you so much, Tyrone and PO, sliding through. Y'all always show me so much love, and I love you guys so much for the support. Thank you so much. And other than that, we will see you on Tuesday.